Welcome back to the Bias Allery. Today, we're diving into a thought-provoking topic that affects us all, unconscious bias. We'll explore what unconscious bias is, its impact on various aspects of our lives, and most importantly, how we can uncover and combat it. So let's get started. To begin, let's define what unconscious bias is. Unconscious bias refers to the automatic, unintentional judgments and attitudes we hold about people based on their characteristics such as race, gender, age, or socioeconomic status. It's essential to note that unconscious bias is not inherently good or bad. It's a natural cognitive process developed through experiences and upbringing. Unconscious bias can take various forms, including affinity bias, confirmation bias, and beauty bias, just to name a few. One of the most common forms of unconscious bias is confirmation bias, where we tend to seek out and believe information that aligns with our existing beliefs. Here's an example to illustrate confirmation bias in action. Imagine you're discussing a topic with a group of friends. Let's say it's about the benefits of a particular diet plan. You strongly believe that this diet plan is effective because you've read success stories and seen positive reviews online. As the conversation continues, you might actively listen to and remember the comments that support your view, while unintentionally ignoring or minimizing any criticism or doubts raised by others. In this scenario, your confirmation bias is at play. You're naturally inclined to favor information that aligns with your belief in the diet plan's effectiveness, and you may even dismiss opposing viewpoints without giving them proper consideration. Let's explore a few more examples of unconscious biases. Imagine a hiring manager, Sarah, is reviewing resumes for an open position at her company. Two candidates stand out, Alex and Taylor. Alex's resume highlights their qualifications, relevant experience, and a strong skill set that matches the job requirements. However, Sarah notices that Alex's background and interests are quite different from her own. They come from a different cultural background and have pursued hobbies and interests that Sarah is not familiar with. On the other hand, Taylor's resume is also impressive, though their experience is slightly less aligned with the job description compared to Alex's. However, Sarah discovers that Taylor shares some commonalities with her. They both attended the same university, have similar extracurricular activities, and even share a mutual friend. Sarah feels an immediate sense of familiarity and connection when reviewing Taylor's resume. In this scenario, affinity bias comes into play. Sarah unconsciously feels drawn towards Taylor due to the shared background and experiences, creating a sense of comfort and connection. She might be more inclined to overlook certain gaps in Taylor's qualifications and give their resume extra consideration. If you unconsciously prefer people who share the same background and experiences as yourself, you might unknowingly overlook well-qualified candidates from diverse backgrounds because you are less likely to fully appreciate their potential contributions due to the perceived differences. Similarly, beauty bias can lead us to perceive attractive individuals as more capable or trustworthy, affecting our judgments in personal and professional contexts. Now, let's discuss how unconscious bias can influence different areas of our lives. Starting with friends and family, unconscious bias can affect the way we communicate and share experiences with our loved ones, and it might prevent us from understanding perspectives different from our own, hindering personal growth. When it comes to dating, our unconscious biases might lead us to make assumptions about potential partners based on stereotypes, limiting our chances of meaningful connections. Unconscious bias also plays a role in building new relationships. Prejudices we hold can unintentionally affect our first impressions, leading us to miss out on valuable connections. How can we uncover our unconscious bias? Self-awareness is key. Reflect on your thoughts and reactions in various situations. Are there patterns or assumptions you notice? Engage in open conversations with friends and colleagues to gain different perspectives on your biases. Now, let's focus on combating unconscious bias. First, acknowledge that everyone has biases. It's a part of being human. The goal is not to eliminate bias entirely, but to manage and mitigate its impact. Educate yourself about different cultures, experiences, and perspectives. This can help challenge your assumptions and broaden your understanding. Additionally, question your initial judgments and engage in empathy exercises to see situations from others' viewpoint. Actively diversify your social circles and professional networks. Exposure to a variety of perspectives can help reduce biases over time. Implement blind recruitment practices to minimize bias in hiring processes. Finally, hold yourself accountable. When you recognize moments of unconscious bias, take steps to correct them and learn from the experience. Uncovering your unconscious bias is an ongoing journey that requires self-reflection, education, and a commitment to change. By acknowledging and addressing our biases, we can create a more inclusive and understanding world for ourselves and those around us. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, the path to uncovering your unconscious bias begins with awareness. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and keep learning. Until next time,